Welcome back. It's a Pride Month edition on this Wine Wednesday. A queer winemaker has been making quite the name for herself in the Willamette Valley.
Remy Drabkin is the founder of Remy Wines and the mayor of McMinnville, and she's been working really hard to put together all kinds of wonderful stuff this month.
No, that's still
we could go on, but Remy joins us on the couch right now to share her winemaking story and give us a preview of an upcoming Wine Country Pride celebration you won't want to miss. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well.
Doing
Thanks
well.
for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So before we get into some of the fun stuff coming up for Pride Month, let's first just kind of get into Remy Wines. How did you get your start in winemaking?
I grew up in the Willamette Valley when the wine industry was really young, and my parents were friends with all of who are now referred to as like the founding winemakers. So I really grew up in the cellars of Ponzi and Lett and Adelsheim, and started working in wine when I was a wee thing and have never stopped. So that's long and the short of it. I opened my winery when I was 25 years old, and I'd been working in wine for over 10 years.
Wow.
Well, and you have an extra busy month here. You've been the leader not only on the wine front, but in Pride Month specifically when it comes to wine and those types of festivals and events. What do you have on the docket exactly this month?
So we have a lot going on both at Remy Wines, but also at Wine Country Pride, which is a nonprofit that I co-founded and currently serve as president of that organization. So at Remy Wines, our big event this June is Queer Wine Fest, which is an opportunity that we created to really highlight all of the queer folk that are leading in the wine industry and help create professional networks as well. So people that are participating in Queer Wine Fest, which we have 19 participating wineries, are either queer-owned wineries, queer-grown vines, or queer-made wines. And I'm really excited. We have participants from California, Washington, all over the state of Oregon, and hopefully as the event goes on, we'll continue to grow. But it's a really fun event. It's beautiful. It's outside. You get to try this incredible selection of wines.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Why is it important to have a festival like this? Why is it important to highlight that?
Well, I think in the wine industry, like in many industries, it's always been hard to kind of find other queer folk and have relatable experience and be able to talk about the challenges that come up that are unique. And there are unique challenges. And a number of years ago, I started hearing more and more people talk about that in kind of equity seminars and things of that nature. And at a certain point, we just realized there really was no clear connectivity. And it's important for professional development. It's also important to just be out and loud and proud, and so that we're not having to hide in the wine industry just like we don't want to have to hide anywhere else in the world.
And you know, we don't have to get into it this morning, but obviously we've seen some recent headlines in recent years out in wine country, communities that have struggled with, you know, at the local level, just creating inclusivity and creating these welcoming spaces. And so I think it's important to let folks know that they can come out there and go wine tasting and feel welcome and feel included. I know that's certainly one of the goals of Wine Country Pride.
Absolutely.
And there are lots of things happening all throughout the month for that.
There are, including Rainbow Quest, which Wine Country Pride, so our mission is to create visible celebrations of the queer community while connecting all people through education and economic activity. So what we give back to the community is really incredible. It's flag distribution, it's books into public libraries, it's scholarships through schools, it's community grants, as well as just creating celebrations. And one of the ways that we've been promoting allyship and inclusivity is through an event called Rainbow Quest. So this year we have 52 participating locations there throughout the area. You can go and get sometimes a drink, sometimes a non-alcoholic drink, retail items, food items, and all of these participating locations donate $1 back to the organization from their Pride-inspired drink. And then, of course, there's the fun of the item itself, because, of course, there's a lot of very cleverly named cocktails. And then we also created a game board for it this year, so you can kind of work your way through and win some prizes. We also have our big drag show, our big summer drag show coming up at Day Wines. So that's Dundee Loves Drag, and that's on June 16th. And then we do year-round events, including our big street fair in McMinnville will be in September, and we do a wonderful winter ball as well. That's a pretty unique event experience. So
that's really cool. Really, really neat. Okay, before we let you go, you did bring in some of your own wine here. Should we talk about it before we let you go here this morning?
Yeah,
Sure.
what's your
What do you
approach to
want to
wine?
know?
Just what's your overall approach to winemaking for anybody who hasn't had a chance to come out and go wine tasting at your spot?
Absolutely. So I make a number of different wines. I have a lot of interests. Maybe that's clear through the variety of things that I do. And so that comes through in my wines as well. My Three Wives wines, those wines you can actually find at a number of restaurants around Portland. Sports Bra is pouring that Chardonnay right now.
Oh, very cool.
Red Sauce Pizza is carrying our Remy's Red. Il Terrazzo has a number of these wines as well. So, but I have a couple different lines. I focus on Italian varietals under my Remy Wines line, and then I have my Blackheart series, which are kind of odes to iconic wines from around the world. And
nice.
Mostly, I just love I love making wine.
That's great. Well, we're glad that you do
So
because
fun.
it's fun to taste.
Yes. We're tight on time. So you're going to have to come out to Queer Wine Fest to check out more about Remy's wine and all of the fantastic wineries being featured there. Mayor and winemaker Remy Drabkin, thank you so much for joining us. Great to
you.
have
Glad
you
you
here.
in.